Hi everyone, Fagun Shah from Integration Lab here. So today I am going to discuss a topic about dynamic reminders. Now there are already many videos regarding sending reminders on for Zoom meeting or any other thing on Publish YouTube channel. But my goal for this video will be to just clear out the concept that how does exactly dynamic reminders work and what should be the basic condition which should be fulfilled in order to send dynamic reminders properly. Okay, so in this case we are going to take an example of a Zoom meeting, and the use case is that we want to send dynamic reminders for 1 hour before and 24 hours before, so one day before. Okay, now the thing is that normally people will just tell you that just create a straightforward workflow where capture the new user registration from Zoom in Public Connect as a trigger, and then just send them the first immediate email for confirmation, then just add delay until that particular date, and then again add reminder, then again delay until and another date. Now the issue here happens if, let's suppose, your first delay will be minus 24 hours, right? So in that case, if someone register 23 hours before the event start time, they won't get any reminders, but actually they should be getting 1 hour before reminders as well, right? But that is not going to happen because the workflow is going to execute from top to bottom approach, right? So that is going to cause some issues. So let me show you how you can handle these things inside Public Connect and set up dynamic reminders. Okay, so whenever someone books a Zoom meeting with you, they will get automation on autopilot, right? So yeah, let's get started. So I have already created one Zoom meeting and captured the response here. I will show you in the end that with the history as well, that how exactly it works, right? So as you can see, I have captured one response, and this is the time, the start time, payload object start time is in UTC format, which is we want. Okay, UTC plus 0 format, and that is the format which we want. Okay, now in the next step, let me refresh it so it can just regenerate the number of the as well. So here in the second step, you can see that it is minus 24 hours. So what we are doing here is that we are generating time which is 24 hours before from the start time. Now the enter date field has a mapping from the step 1. So whenever this date changes, it will automatically generate a dynamic 24 hours before time. Okay, so you can see that the start time was 17th September 9 am, right? UTC plus 0, but now it is changed to 16th September 9 am, right? And same thing we are doing for minus 1 hour time as well. So this is a very straightforward. Okay, everyone will do something like this. I am sure that many people have already done something like this as well. And now here comes the base part. Most of the people, what do they do is they just add something like delay until right here, and then delay it until minus 24 hour time, then delay it until minus 1 hour time, and set up the reminders in between, right? But that is a wrong approach. Why? Because as I said, if someone register 5 hours before, then they are not going to get any of the reminders, right? Why? Because if the delay until time is in past, Public does not execute anything after that particular delay. Okay, Public stops right there. So this is a characteristic of Public delay which you need to know, right? And so that's why we have set up a router for each reminder timing. Okay, so first reminder timing is minus 24 hours, as you can see here. I will use the highlight feature as well, just a second. So as you can see, minus 24 hours and minus 1 hour is here, right? And we need to click on, just a second. Okay, we need to click on this particular button. Now the filter part will always true. Now how do you set up something like that? So as you can see, we have selected event label from the step 1, and we have also dynamically mapped the event value from the step 1, right? So it is always going to be true. I mean, if event value is coming from the same label, then yeah, it is always going to be match. Why? Because we always want them to enter the router, okay, but if the time is in past, then it will automatically stop at this particular second step of the router. Okay, if time is not in the past, then it will just go ahead and execute the next steps, or which is a reminder step. Now here it is a Gmail, but you can set up 360 dialog, WhatsApp reminder, or Vati reminder, or WhatsApp Cloud API reminders as well, right? Anything you want to do can be set up after the delay until minus 24 hours. So let's suppose someone register like 3 hours before the event, right? Then the time will be, this time will be in the past, so they won't receive this particular reminder. But if we go to the second router, here you can see that it will still get the time is minus 1 hour, right, on the 17th. So they will still get the that particular reminder for minus 1 hour, right? So that is still going to happen. Okay, you can see minus 1 hour reminder is set. Okay, right. So yeah, this is how the basic concept of dynamic reminders work. This was just a short video. I am trying few new things like new screen recording software and other things. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. You can set unlimited number of routers in here, right? So you can send any number of reminders as well. So even if your booking software doesn't have a dynamic reminder setup, you can still do it via Public Connect flawlessly. Okay, now let's book another registration. So let me use another email address here. So let's register it here. I have just registered using same IP, so it is asking me for I am not a robot thing. And if now we go to Public Connect, if we click on history, you can see it was triggered one time, right? Now let's see what is happening in the history, right? History is a very important part of any automation. So as you can see, it was triggered from Zoom, then the time was passed here, minus 24 hours. By the way, you can see the minus 24, the step rename you just did, you can see here in the tooltip kind of thing, right? So that is another thing which might help you, right? And then the route, so the first route was minus 24 hours. The condition is true because obviously we have set it like always true, right? So it was delayed until 16th 9 am UTC plus 0, right, which is around like 33 minutes from now. And then again it entered the route 1 as well. So from here now you can see that it execute simultaneously. Okay, so what do I mean by simultaneously exactly? Let me show you. So let's suppose this is the trigger part, right? And then you want some things which should execute. We should go to all the things and check the conditions. Okay, so this is how the router part works. So this is the first router, this is the second router, and this is the third router, right? So it will go through all of them simultaneously. It is not like something that it will go to route 2 only if the route 1 execution is completed. It will only go to route 3 if only 1 and 2 are completed. No, it is not like that. It will go to all the 3 routes simultaneously, right? So if conditions are true in all the 3 routes, then it will execute all 3. Basically the funda here is that you need to set up, it will execute all the true condition routers. Okay, the normal let me clear it. Okay, so the normal workflow is something like this. So trigger and then action step and then action step and action step, right? And let's suppose this is a filter. Okay, if this is not true, it is not going to be in there, right? So it doesn't matter what you set up down here, but it won't execute because the first filter itself failed, right? So it is a top to bottom approach, right? But another approach which I showed before was simultaneous approach, right? So I hope this thing helps you to understand how exactly router works and how you can send dynamic reminders inside Public Connect, right? So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will keep posting videos like this which will help you to understand automations and Public Connect much better. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.